What is up, boys? We are back with a BTC analysis video. This was a comment request on my channel that they wanted a BTC analysis video in depth. So in this video we're gonna be clearing that up in detail, so you're gonna want to stick around. We're gonna go through the BTC overall chart, which is the weekly chart. We're gonna go over the daily chart. We're gonna go over the long scenarios along with the TPs and SLs that you should follow. Also the short scenario, if there is a break of an important level where you should trade that, as well as spot holdings. So everything is going to be covered. There will be text around here, so you can follow that according to your own analysis, and you can keep that in your mind as well. So be sure to watch this in entirety. Also, I've been rambling around my YouTube stats, and it shows that 96.4% of you are unsubscribed. So if you're new to the channel, we make analysis videos almost every day. It comes out whenever something important happens, and it basically equips you better in learning how to trade. So after watching this video, you're going to learn essentially how to trade this and how to make money from it. That's our basic goal. So let's just jump into it. We're gonna open the BTC USDT chart that I prepared for the weekly level. First of all, we're gonna take a macro approach on BTC, and in this macro approach we can see that it has been in a very, you can say, casual up market trend. So as you can see, we were at our lows of about 15,500, 16,000 ish. We all remember that level. We didn't buy a spot. And yes, so it went up, followed the line and went exponentially up. And what is happening essentially now is it tagged the 23% range around here, and then it tagged the 32 to 38 percent region, which is acting as a support right now for BTC. Breaking of this level, 51.54, would mean that BTC is in a bad situation, and ultimately essentially breaking of the 45,000 level, 44,000 level would be disastrous. That would basically mean that we're in the back in the bear market again. So yeah, that is basically the weekly overview of BTC, and we know that it is currently in an uptrend. If you look at the previous 2 weeks candles, they are very strongly green. So that to me indicates a very green, bullish and healthy market. So yes, if we look at this stock RSI, we can also see that it is in a very low level. It is at about 23 and 10, so that is overlapping. So I see a very nice decent green move coming on the weekly. So now we have a market bias. We know where the directional bias of BTC is headed, right? So we took the largest time frame with weekly, and now we're going to move on to the daily time frame. So for the daily time frame, I'm going to use another chart that I made for the daily time frame. This is essentially the time frame where we're going to know what trade to take. So we took this trade in the previous video. I'll link it up here if you want to see that as well. This was our long scenario in the previous video, and if I can show you, I'm gonna attach a screenshot from the Discord server. I posted my profits in there as well. If you haven't joined the Discord server, please do it. The link is down below, the first link in the description. So I post all of the personal trades that I'm taking there. So this now has a couple of levels. We have the most important red band, and we have the important purple band, and then there's important levels that we need to, whether or not our levels are being respected. We check. BTC went up from here, it got support from here, it went up again, got support from this region, support from this region, this region, support again, this region, support, consolidation around this region again, and then it went up from here. So now I know that this region of mine is working on my fib level, right? The 32, the 38 and 38.2, this region is working for me. And even coincidentally, the red region is acting as resistance right now. So if you wanted to short, like a risky short, you could take a net from here as well. So this trade is now closed, so we're gonna keep this here. Alright, so this trade was closed essentially at 3.3R, I guess. So what happened with this is it reached and tagged my red support level, and then it's coming down from there as well. Now as you can see, it is in a minor bullish trend as well. Now let's go over the long scenario. If you have to long BTC in this scenario, we know that this acts as a good support, and this is acting as a good resistance for now. Oops, I misplaced the chart, but let me fix that. Yes. So as you can see, this acts as a nicer support, and this acts as a resistance level, right? So what we're gonna do here is, we could, if for a long scenario, if you want to take a risky long at this position, the risky long would be something like, I'm gonna attach the values as well so you can see. If you want to long, then it would be a limit long here. It would be 61,300 ish level. Not exact, but yeah, 61,300, you could enter that. and that is basically, or 61,250. Yeah, 61,250 could be your entry. Your stop loss could be below, let's say, essentially, yeah, closing below this essentially, because it correlates with these two wicks that I'm taking into account. So your stop loss would be somewhere around 58,600. No, 59,400 would be your stop loss, and then your the TP for the long could be as high as this, targeting previous high. So this would be a casual 5.5 hour, 5.6 hour trade that you could take. You could target the 71,000 level and take TPs on all of these levels, which are clearly mentioned over here on chart: 69,400, 67,300, 62, 66,000, 63,700, 61,300, and 60,004. So this would be essentially the long scenario. You need to draw this on the chart as well for it to for it to be understandable for you all. And now we go towards the short scenario. What the short scenario would be in this situation? I wouldn't do a short scenario in this situation. I don't see the benefit of it long term as well, because if this breaks, this would hold up as it did along with here as well. So if there is a short position for me right now, the only short position could be if it breaks this 53,000 level. But that again correlates with if this is going to be a swing long, then it'll go all the way down to somewhere around, I guess, this level. Yeah, so that we could make it a bit smaller, I guess, a bit tighter stop. Yeah, somewhere around there. If it breaks this key level, I don't think you should take short scenarios on BTC at this point. Not recommended at all, since it is in bullish state as well. If it does break down, I'll make an update video, but I don't think you should take any risk with that. So further factors that you need to check for whether you're buying, let's say you're buying spot and you want to accumulate spot on a higher level, right? So in order to accumulate spot, now we're going to talk about spot. For spot, you need to consider a few things. I wouldn't recommend buying spot as well, but somewhere around 45,000 DCA, 45,000, yeah, 40 to 45,000 DCA levels, and then towards this range, which is 20, 30,000 range, 30,000 ish range. 45 and 30,000 range are important for long term accumulation purposes if it does come to that. I hope it doesn't, because that will mean like super bad news for the market as well. So that is going to be our spot scenario for BTC, as well as let's take a few other factors into account that I see a lot of people doing. They aren't that valid right now, but I guess they do work if you want them. Yeah, as you can see, let's erase the text. Yep. So essentially, as you can see, this did break its support region, the DXY US dollar. If it goes down, Bitcoin generally goes up. So yeah, bad news for the dollar is essentially good news for us. So a lot of correlating factor. We have to merge all of these to know how to trade it basically. So it did fall down from this. Supposed to be, it was tapped here again. So it was supposed to act as a support. It did over here a bit, but it is broken down. If this 50% level breaks, it is going to be the bull market all over again. So we're waiting for that on this chart. And oh yeah, USDT seems like it's gonna collapse because it retested this region which was acting as a support here. So the SR flip is done. This is now a resistance and it is going down. And on the stock RSI, it also moves down. The blue line is collapsed under the yellow line, so it does, and it is in the oversold range, so it could definitely move down a lot more. If it does, I would target somewhere around 2.5. Oh, that would be absolutely amazing for the market. So the people who've seen the entire video now know what to do with Bitcoin. That is a really nice information that we've gotten. USDT dominance looks very bearish, and the overall market cap obviously going up as well. It could go significantly. Yeah, there is a lot of room to grow in the overall market cap as well. I would definitely expect that from this. If you look at ETH BTC, yeah, it has been going down, but honestly, it could go up as well. Yeah, it is making kind of a bull flag on a very large time frame. Hopefully, it does break towards the upper side, and if it does, yeah, there was a good pump here. So yeah, we could definitely see another alt run as well. So overall, good news for BTC, I guess. This is very good news for BTC. We like this kind of news. So I've given you the long scenario to trade. If you want to enter, you can enter in this purple box, which would be around 60,700 to 61,000 200, I guess. This would be your entry range box if you want to DC on it, and stop loss would be below something like 59,200 or something like that. So that would be the short and long scenarios for BTC. Now you know how to trade this. I highly suggest you take time and patience with this, because this takes a lot of time to master. And if you're looking for a good exchange to trade all of these, the lowest fees on the market and the best trading services, and no accidental stop loss and accidental stop loss coverage, we're gonna try copy trading on it as well in some time. So if you're looking for that kind of exchange, BingeX would be the second link in the description. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.